or Baragain, or Angel.
Yes, and I put now at 11 hours. If only these could buy here. Okay, I said 5,000.
5,000.
Go for 1,000.
I know what's on my man.
I said 1,000. 400 1,000.
I have no idea.
Look at the cheapest at 10 cents.
Where does he give any chippies? Come to think of it.
Here.
Yeah.
Same.
Let's give one chippies, you know. Can I buy each, huh?
But it's a bit like I imagine the steamer roll. No, not steamer roll. King. This is steamer roll. I've seen Baba Gando.
Oh, Gamma then.
Cheapest here, not the loo.
Yeah. Let's get it. Or maybe I could pay attention. America, I'm planning. I'm okay. On a language barrier,
It's hectic.
no.
I'm starting to feel it now.
I mean, it's getting to me. Good. I guess I caught. Hey, everybody. Hello, the guy. Yeah, we're talking about something very. Is it interesting or
I don't know if it's interesting, but it's probably beneficial to people.
beneficial to people? Né? Yeah, like it's if you're planning on leaving the country, like I think this does not apply to Vietnam.
It's like international and
I'd say so. Haven't been to other countries yet. Like compared to what I'm here for. So I'm here to stay and here to I'm living here. I'm not just a tourist anymore. So but again, this thing, language barrier, guys, and this language barrier issue is it's really affecting. But again, mental state, how in a way, no?
Okay, for me, not really. It's just more of like an inconvenience at times when you truly, especially when you're like in a rush, when you have urgency, and then you must now still go Google translation, and then your phone freezes, and then the person can't read. There's always a flop. It's either the person can read, but there's still some type of miscommunication because they don't truly understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because Google does not translate accurately most of the time. So you translate a word to Vietnamese, né? And then copy that word, put it in Vietnamese translation to translate it back to English. It'll tell you something different. So that's where like I thought, okay, this Google thing it actually doesn't work.
It helps here and there when it needs to, but I think with like the minimal stuff. But trying to have a full mode conversation in, let's say, at a hospital and they don't understand, and that's an important thing.
Next. I think it can only translate like one word or 3 words max.
Speaking of actually language barrier, on Monday we went out, right?
Yeah.
And then our other friend that we were with and myself decided to go to Ho Chi Minh. And on the way, we realized that we put the wrong address for where he must drop us off. So now I'm trying, unlike because it's South Africa, but Baltimore go Uber, you can still change the address while in the ride. Where we're going. Yeah. Here you can't do that. There's no option to change the address. So you must tell the driver that please change it on you, and then it will just charge me whatever it must charge me.
So they can change it. They can edit it.
Yeah, they can edit the price because they went further than the distance that they said they're going. But when they can't really change the address, you have to tell the driver, like, show him, yo, please take me here instead of here. I put it in the wrong address. That process, that guy had to park on the side of the road because now language barrier, English Vietnamese. To make it worse, he couldn't read what we were writing. Like even if we translated from English to Vietnamese, he could not read it. I'd be like typing things. We ended up having to figure out how to do live translation where he speaks into my phone, and then we got somewhere. That in itself took like 10 minutes.
Also, well, again, this live translation thing, it's actually
It's
better.
better. It's better
Is
because
it?
then we could understand each other. It got a bit better from there. Because he'd keep talking, because I'm trying to make him type, but because I don't think he can fully, and so I had to find a way, and then I did live translation, and it translated as good as it was like a good 96% accurate. I think.
Is that an app or what?
It's on Google Translation.
I can't have Google. I'm still using Huawei.
Oh yeah.
And Huawei, it has problems. It had problems in South Africa on its own, but then being in Vietnam, it's worse. It's like 10 times worse because I don't know what the deal is between China and Vietnam. So now it's China, Vietnam, and America. So like
I've never seen a Huawei phone here.
I mean, they don't sell them at all.
Seen it ever.
They are in war. They're in like a sort of a civil war between China and Vietnam. So that's why I can't have the banking apps. I can't have like anything that has a VN stamp at the end. Like if you when you download things and then at the end it will say VN, then it means that's strictly or like it's for Vietnamese, not for Asia. For Vietnamese, I can't have it.
I just thought of like the most like a conversation between Vietnam and China in my head, but it didn't connect. It's funny.
So yeah, net it's tough. And again, last night, I went to buy. I was looking for a memory card. Like where would you get a memory card?
It's like those convenient stores that
no, like a shop that you're like, okay, memory card, SD card, which shop? Like besides
I mean, I'd go to like, for example, at the mall there's a shop that sells like your laptop, not laptops, like your speakers,
accessory shop.
Accessory shops,
cell phone shops. Here, cell phone shops, they don't have memory cards.
Where do you get a memory card here? Actually, I've never actually tried to look. I also want one.
Another thing, like no memory card at cell phone shops. That's the one place that what. If I go to this cell phone store or accessory shop, I'll find a memory card. They don't have.
I found one shop that kind of did have the. I didn't ask, but I saw the memory cards. It's opposite HSBC Bank.
Yeah, or the one that other one, so it's sort of a cell phone shopping, but then that's like aftermarket cell phone shop. It's like they sell what they think you want, or you might want every day, and then other things that you won't buy every day, you don't get.
I think the best convenient way is to go to Lazada. I think that's why everyone shops either on Lazada or Shopee. Okay, we can't all go to Shopee. I can't get Shopee on my phone, but Shopee or Lazada to get your stuff. If not, then go as far as Shein, Amazon.
I have bad experience with online shopping.
Why? Because you ordered 15 shirts by mistake?
No, not the 15 shirts. Before that, I ordered 3 shirts. I think it was 2021. They only came last year around August. Yeah. Oh. After a year and a couple of months.
Why did it take that long?
I don't know. And then after that, after they came, they went to the local post office. When I got there, they said there is a tax that I must pay. That tax was
customs.
Yeah, customs tax. It was about 1,800, and I was like, but then, what was the point of buying these things online? Then they were like, no, if you don't pay them, then these things, we will just throw them at the back or whatever. So I had to pay that extra 1,800 on top of whatever that I paid, and I was like, there's actually no deal. I should have just went to the shop.
Yeah, that's the flop with ordering online. That's why most people just say when you order online, order in bulk. It won't make it better, but it's better that way. So that you just like, because you will buy something, give 500 in it, and then customs is like double the price. And you're just like, what? And delivery on top of that.
And delivery. So you wait over a year. So that's why I have a problem with online shopping. But then I was telling you this one. So these shops, cell phone shops, they don't have one, they don't have the memory card. Two, they don't speak English. And you think, I think I have to make a video of what happens when I go into a shop, when a foreigner goes into a shop, and just film what they
Go through.
what they do when you enter. Like, I think it must be put on record, like icon. No.
It's either a funny thing or just like okay, that's rude. Thing.
They run away.
They run away because of the English situation. So it's either they run away because none of them can attend you because they don't want to go through the whole translate, or they just don't want to try speak English, or they're going to fetch the one person who can actually speak English.
Yeah, who's better?
Who's better? Not
the one who's better, I feel like
OS.
Still the same.
OS.
Yeah, still the same. Like, yo, like everyone. Man.
But even though there's that disadvantage, most of them are pretty nice. It's like, we can't understand each other, but I'm trying to help you. They're very nice,
and then they're like fully get into a conversation with you and speak in Vietnamese, and then hopefully like they're like, you'll hear what I'm saying.
It's like the kids.
And hey, that angel, like it really like, okay, it depends on what kind of mood I am in. And sometimes I find it humorous and I enjoy it, but then other days it really kicks in my anxiety, and then I become very agitated, and then after being agitated, then it changes my whole mood. It changes my whole mood, like the emotional roller coaster that I go through here. I feel like I'm a woman on what you call these things. But again,
I won't tell you anything. You feel like you feel like you're a woman on what, my love? Find the word. Tell me also. Maybe I'll relate. Who knows?
Hormone injections, like my man. No. So that's why, like leading into this.
I feel like a woman. It's just humanly. Just say I feel like a human.
No.
Yes.
No. Like okay. Women exercise their emotions way too much. That's why, like I say, I feel like a woman. Like you.
It was actually fun for you to say you feel like a woman on hormonal injections because those do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay, so get out of there, man. Hey. And since I've been here, like it's been an up and down thing, like emotionally. Sometimes I'm like overexcited, sometimes like I'm down, and I would feel like crying, but then there's no tears.
I'm going to do that this week. Like Monday, I woke up okay on Monday, and it's like Tuesday, I went to work, still okay, and I got to work, and then something happened, and I was just like, you know what? And like you feel when that whole feeling hits you, you feel it so bad, and it annoys you because you're like, oh my gosh, it's bad. Why is it bad? Because we were okay, we were progressing. There was a way forward, and then it hits you, and now because you're at a point where you were trying to not make it come back, and you're trying to get over it, it's like, how do I handle it now? Because then I was crying, so crying would make me feel better. I don't have the tears now. I don't have the space to cry. What do? You just let yourself feel it, and now you're miserable and horrible the whole day, and you don't know what to do.
And then now it's worse because of being in this big of a city, with all these people here. You still feel alone. And then yes, we have each other, like South Africans who are here, like those who we work with, and others that you talk to them, but then you still don't feel like you have friends around.
You
Like
don't
you,
feel whole.
no, like you feel like you're alone in this big city, and there's a lot of people here.
There's a lot. There's a lot of people you can meet from back home, or even if they're not from South Africa, but in the African continent itself, you can meet people, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Even when I told my mom, I was like, no, I have friends. I have people that I talk to. I would say specific friends. It's Tato and this person and this person, and then I have people that I know that I talk to, but it's not the same. And she's like, but it's good that you guys have each other so that you can distract yourself here and there. I'm like, but it's still not the same because people want to be alone. And when someone says, I just want to be alone, just know that Ziakala, that person is not okay. And don't try to bombard them in their space. Give them space because it is the most overwhelming emotions that you can ever experience that you cannot even explain to a person as to why you're feeling that way, how did you get there, how do we fix it? Because you don't know yourself. So it's really not the same. Like people who have their siblings or their partners here. Yes, Libana, they go through these emotions, but I don't think they can truly relate to the ones who come here alone. It's not the same. If you have your partner, you know that when you get home and you're feeling anxious or you wake up, you have your partner who can try and be there for you. Even though the emotions are yours alone as a person, but at least you have that support that you're used to from back home that feels like home and it's with you close by. So you have it in close proximity and it makes you feel somehow better, somewhat better. But I can never vent to, and not in a bad way, but I can never vent to colleagues or whoever that has their sister, brother, mother, father, or whoever with them here. I can't because I don't think they will feel the same. Or someone who's been out of the country for a very long time. Because they probably might gaslight it and be like, oh no, it happens, man, you get through it. Yes, as much as I want to hear that, but that's not really what I want to hear. So I'd rather just keep quiet and not say anything.
Yeah.
Just go through the emotions.
Yeah, look, maybe that's why I get on my bike like often and just drive. Because like driving is therapeutic, because like you forget about your problems somehow. Like you put everything aside and then you just ride. Yeah, especially with bikes, because then you have to concentrate on what's happening now. You're not gonna think about what Lebo told me yesterday while I'm driving the bike. That's a distraction. And on my 2 accidents, I'd say, okay, 1 accident.
2 accidents?
No, 1 accident, the bike, and an accident at home on a car. On both occasions, when I had those accidents, my mind was zoned out. And it came to me when I was speaking to my mom about it, and then she said, are you aware that your accidents happen on the same date?
They did?
Yeah. And the same date, the same month. It's in January. I can't remember exactly the date, but yeah, January. And I had an accident January with a car. I had an accident way back January again with another car, with my mom's car. And like, I don't know, something happens in January where my mind, I sort of like zone out. I'm not like fully present. And that month, the month of my grandfather. My grandfather passed away during January. And I don't know. And okay, and my grandmother, my first name, Budile, is his name. So I've been named after him. I don't know like what happens actually. I don't know why. I still have to figure it out. But then going back to us being here and being alone, if you have a partner and you're thinking of leaving the country, leaving your home country and going to work somewhere else, I'd really recommend that you go together.
Yeah,
go together. Well, she'll be up your neck because then you'll be with her 24/7, but then it'll make it better. I enjoy my own space. Nah? Even when I was back home, I enjoyed my own space. But now that I'm here and I have this big space of me being alone, I'm like, okay, I know. Now,
too much.
Chato, now this is too much.
Too
Like,
much. Exactly.
you need people.
Okay.
As much as you, because I have this arrogancy of mine of saying I don't need anybody to survive. I know how to do my own things.
I've heard you say that.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna get it's something that I was used to go when I was at home. But then what I didn't realize was that when I felt that I had too much time on my own, I'd just step out and be inside of people. Or I'd just I'd go out and be with 10 friends, are they friends or acquaintances or whatever, but then people that I actually know, and then be with them and then have a nice time. Then after I've had enough, I'd go home. So now here, I don't have that luxury. When I want people, I don't, who? Who? They're not here. They're not here. And then even if you go to a bar, which when I was in South Africa, I didn't have a problem with that. I'd go out and go to a bar. Whoever's there, I'll talk to them.
But here,
yes, you can go to a bar, but then who you gonna talk to? Because they don't speak English.
they don't. You honestly have to wait for them to approach you. That's when you know that person probably knows how to speak English. Because they also want to approach you because they know that one speaks English, I don't speak it. So the only people who will approach you is the English speaking ones or the ones that are at least trying. You can understand, they put in keywords and you're like, oh, this is what you're trying to say. But aside from that, you're on your own. Like even I'm just like, because I remember, because I was unemployed for most of the time, so I was still living at home. And I'd always wake up and be like, I need my space. My bedroom is not enough. And I can't wait to be alone. Child, God said, okay, sharp.
Here you go.
Now I'm complaining. God is like, you're complaining. I'm not complaining, but
you don't know what you want.
It's like, I don't know. It's because now when I sit indoors, I sit, like I'll have this one friend who will even ask, dude, why are you so quiet? Are you okay? Or sharp? I had a colleague say, I can feel that she was so worried about me because she was like, you were not okay. For a moment, I was like, is this girl going to be okay? Because wow, she's not good. Like, I push up.
But you actually turned out great, Helen. I was quite worried about you. Like, I was thinking about you a lot and progress, no?
Progress, honestly. I don't know. I think I just took a step. I don't know what. I'm probably going to be in a not sad, but in this feeling for some time. But you know, still to be okay in these type of things because they can drag you. If you are sad every time, it will drag and drag and drag. Like right now this week, I feel like I'm going through very mild anxiety and mild depression, if I can call it that, because I'm just like everything's making me go ugh, you know. But it's weird. Like I think even yesterday I came to the realization that it's not depression, but it's given real bipolar to a certain extent, and mixed with anxiety and being overwhelmed. Because one day you're honestly okay, you don't even feel any sadness, and then you realize that no man, I'm only feeling happy like this because this happened like this. But once this happens and I'm reminded again of that anxiety, you're back to square one. And trying to convince yourself to be okay is the most hardest thing ever.
It is. It's like trying to convince yourself to sleep and then you have no sleep in you, like fall asleep.
It is very hard. Like it's very hard, and I hate that I'm back at it again this week. I really do. It's draining me from the inside. Outside I'll be like, oh, I'm good, but inside it's just like I want to sleep. And the inside of me wants to sleep. And I must say,
I got like anxiety pills a while back, nah? Those things are expensive, yes. But then I'd say they really help me to calm my nerves down. Besides that, I'd drink. But then the thing is, I don't like drinking alcohol every day. It's not good for your health, and then you sometimes you might think that you don't smell of alcohol even though you had it yesterday. But then a person who's sitting next to you can actually smell it off your skin. So that's why I really don't feel like or I don't drink every day. Nah? And then I had a rule of I don't drink during the week. But then since I'm here, things changed because I work on weekends. So now I have to drink during the week, where I'll drink on Sunday because Monday, like, everybody's off. And then maybe on Monday again, because on Tuesday I'm off. I'll only go to work on Wednesday. And then I'll be going on work again on Friday and then the weekend. So that time off, that's when I'll get to drink. Drinking is it's somehow therapeutic. Depends on why you drink. If you're drinking to drown your sorrows, then yeah. But then I drink it to calm myself down. Like it's sort of a drug, which yeah. Cause okay, you complain a lot that when I drink I talk a lot.
You do. You make us sit all night and talk. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, but then that's me being comfortable and I forget everything. And then since then, I do it to the other friend, but then now that her and I are not in good speaking terms.
How sad for me.
So the past on Sunday I was drinking alone.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
It wasn't on Sunday. Oh shit. What's on Monday?
I was drinking alone, and I actually drank until morning.
Yes,
and I was fine. And then the following day when I woke up, I felt that, you know what? Yes, I'll drink when I'm with people so that I can talk a lot, and then that makes me feel better. I was actually better by just drinking alone and just going through my thoughts. And that's why I have fish and I have tortoise. I talk to those guys. I might be it might sound crazy or what, but then I do talk to them. Okay, well, one time we have to film and we have to record in my place so that I can show the viewers my pets. So I talk to those guys, and it's weird, nah? Or it was weird at first, but as time went by, I was like, no man, this is proper therapy. Yeah, and then, but then otherwise we turned out good, my friend.
We're done okay.
Yeah, we're done okay.
We've done the best we can at this point.
Nice. What I need now is that video of yours while you were scared of what are those things, Kana? Gherkins, no, not gherkins. Geckos.
I'm not scared of them. I just thought they make me uncomfortable because it's like you anyway.
Yeah, but then
and I just bump into you. And I'm
yeah,
like
but then that video, you once posted a video of you on the bed and screaming your lungs out. I need that video.
Me.
I need that video.
I don't record doing such nonsense.
Hey, you were screaming, but then guys. All right. Yeah, I think that's the end of our video. Is there anything else you want to add?
From my side, I want to say, if you ever decide to relocate abroad and it's a true passion of yours, I know there's no actual way to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. Because even with me, they'd be like, you have to prepare yourself, because I went through the process of coming here for months. So I had time to prepare myself. But it's also a question of how do you prepare yourself to leave, to go to another country when you're still in your country with this comfort. So there's no way of preparing yourself, but just be ready. Save space for disappointment, save space for changes, be ready for all of that because it's gonna happen. And also find ways that will make you feel better. If it means you must get to therapy, go to therapy. Because as much as we can say we drink or we party or we do this or we have alternative ways that calm you down and help with your anxiety, you can't constantly use those ways. They're gonna, health wise, they're not safe. They won't benefit you for long. Next thing, now your health is at risk because you're over drinking or you smoke cigarettes too much or you party too much or you do this, and now your body's just exhausted because it keeps on trying to run on this extra energy to keep you okay. Once in a while, guys, it's okay. Even if it means you must take 2 days off work and just go to a different place and calm down. Do it. Be selfish with yourself, because it also doesn't make sense to be in these negative emotions, but you're trying to make yourself feel okay, and you're going to work. You're not making yourself better. You're making yourself worse. So that's what I can do. I need to practice my own words, actually.
Alright, on that note, everybody, please subscribe and like the video. And those that follow me on my Facebook for trading, I haven't been online because we're having a problem with the cables here, so the speeds are very slow. So I can't. It's the delay is like 3 to 4 minutes delay. That's too much. So I can't go online. I can't go live. But then as soon as that gets fixed, we will get back to trading. I think what I should be doing right now is just making recordings and then put it on the other folders underneath this channel. And yeah, otherwise,
come to think of it, our network issues is load shedding for South Africa, just less intense. Less intense.
Bye bye.
Our network